Hey there, my name is Brittany Green, and I serve as the girls minister at a church in North Dallas, in Frisco specifically. As a youth pastor for many years, people often ask me what my favorite part of ministry is and what the hardest part of ministry is. And those two questions usually for me go hand in hand. For me, the best part of ministry is when people come to know Christ, but also when I see students leave our ministry and they're in college or they're adults and married and raising kids, and they're just thriving in their faith, that they're pursuing ministry or serving in the local church, and that they're just continuing to walk with Jesus. But the flip side of that is that the hardest part for me, that what is more discouraging than anything, is when students leave our ministry and they've been really active or involved, and then they leave their faith or they leave the local church. And there's just so many reasons for this. And lately we've just seen a trend of people walking away from their faith, of walking away from the church. And it's heartbreaking to watch, because so often once they leave us, 5-6 years later, we don't really have much of a conversation or a relationship. And so there's just so many reasons I see for this often. But I love that Movement DFW is seeking out those people, is seeking out to identify real stories of real people, that of reasons they're staying in their faith and they're continuing to serve the local church and to follow and pursue Jesus, but also real stories of people who've been hurt or have just walked away or rethought what they believe. And so what they're doing is not just research and statistics, but it's stories of people and former students, current students, all of kind of the whole spectrum of young adults. And so I think this research is going to be super instrumental in the way that we do ministry personally, but also just as overall the whole DFW area. They're seeking research in each individual setting, and so they're going to give us a context. I love that I'm going to get to see my students and kind of the statistics and the stories from my specific students, anonymously of course, but within our context. And then also within the whole DFW area, I'll see trends of what's going on, and not just with us, but overall, and how we kind of all are in this together. And so it's just easy, tangible. The heart behind this research is just to know stories, to reach generation for the gospel, to seek out those who have walked away from the church, and to encourage those who are still in the church. And so there's just so many reasons for all of this, and I love that they're trying to see stories, not just statistics.